Community centers have always been an important structure within neighborhoods and cities, being a reliable source for people to socialize and meet with members of their community. These interactions increase the health and overall satisfaction of the community. The Red River Community Center design will address the importance of a community structure and what factors bring people within a community together. Our design will strive to accommodate all demographics: young, old, families, students, staff, etc. The importance of having amenities such as pools, indoor playgrounds, libraries, and cafes, along with having spaces for private reserved events, have been understood and considered for the Red River Community Center.
And with that, we are James Hoefler and Parker Johnson, Senior Interior Designers. Red River Community Center is our year-long senior capstone project. We chose to design a community center for our capstone because some of our most important relationships growing up have been created in a place that offered community outreach and/or a local space that becomes a place for friends to gather. We can't trust in our personal experiences alone, however. We did extensive research with over 200 participants to get their opinions and thought on what a community center needs.
This research study's goal was to learn and discover what matters most to community center users when it comes to socialization with their peers. Social sustainability is becoming more prevalent as people become divided in their own neighborhoods.
As we personally spend more time in community-driven locations such as event spaces, multiple purpose rooms, and lounges, we began asking ourselves, what about the room, building, or facility drew us to this spot? What about this gathering space brought us together and made us wish to stay or continuously come back?
We're both people that value our time spent with our friends, our families, and new strangers we've met due to a shared interest in a hat that we were wearing that day. These are the kind of interactions we wish to recreate in this project and learn what begins them through design.
Our survey reached out to similar demographics to us, gaining responses from a few hundred people ranging in age. The most significant age to participate was 18 to 24-year-olds, as our survey was conducted and advertised mostly around our school campus. The participants also have decent experience with similar spaces, as over half use or experience a community center-like facility on a weekly basis.
In 2022, socialization has become increasingly difficult among human beings. A pandemic has required people to cover their faces. Political differences have caused discourse to the point of judgment of individuals on site based on how they look or what they believe in. There are few things that bring communities together without a certain level of difficulty. A goal of this study is to discover elements in design that drive people to wish to communicate with their peers rather than dividing them more than they already are. Once these elements have been determined, it will become possible to include the most effective socialization practices into a design.
Based on our research findings, we learned the most important qualities of a community center to the participants are cleanliness, natural lighting, and ADA accessibility. While these qualities might seem obvious to incorporate into a design, to have our research almost unanimously call out these elements emphasizes their importance to community center users. These three elements will become the focal point of our design process. It is what will tie our research into our community center.
The physical and abstract design strategies that the survey found was to have a clean design, focus on natural lighting, include comfortable seating, and have a good level of acoustical control. The abstract design ideas include having a welcoming feel, a high level of inclusiveness, and cultural diversity. This was helpful information for the design process for a community center. The most effort will be put towards designing for the amenities and features listed from the survey results, thus giving a well-rounded, research-based community center design.
A key concept to our design found during research is that when designing for minority ethnicities, it is best to use cultural beliefs and ideas during ideation than to just cater to their cultures with targeted artwork or materials. This helps guests feel less isolated and more comfortable around a familiar but generalized design. To better help the Fargo-Moorhead community, research focused on the demographics of the area to design the community center with all cultures and ethnicities in mind. The largest minority demographic in the area was found to be foreign-born West and Central African communities.
Among these communities are the people from the Congo Society. The Congo cosmogram is the foundation of the Congo society. To quote the National Park Service's ethnography program, the circle made by the sun's movement is the first geometric picture given to human beings. We move the same way the sun moves. We wake up, we're active, we die, and then we come back. If someone is suffering, they say, "You are outside the circle, be closer to the fire." To stand on the cosmogram is to tie a social knot, bringing people together. Dekanga is from the verb kanga, which means to take care, to protect, but it also means the flame or fire from what's inside the circle, and to build and give life. This concept of revolving around the sun is the basis for our concept and design of the Red River Community Center. We wish to include a radial design for our layout that takes place throughout the design, while still giving each individual space its own identity. The colors in each space will also mirror how the sun affects the natural world using only colors found in nature. These strong values will strengthen our design for all and help usher a larger minority demographic to feel welcome in our diverse community.
The Fargo-Moorhead area is a rapidly developing urban area that has become a prime location for companies to begin startups or expanding. The population is steadily rising, and with that, development of housing has increased as well. The number of foreign-born individuals coming to the area is also something to note, as minority demographics will be a large focus for the Red River Community Center. Fargo has the highest amount of foreign-born people in the entire state, so there are many different cultures in the area that are learning to coexist with one another. This information means that as more people are coming to the city, there is more of a need for somewhere that these people can come together and learn about each other, thus growing attachment to their new community.
The location we chose is 92 North Pacific Avenue in Fargo, North Dakota. It's an old steel factory building that was burnt down recently and next to the Red River, hence the name. The building used for our project will be the Wallman Wellness Center as pictured here. The Wellness Center's contemporary architecture will fit in with the Civic Center and downtown library designs. The large windows on the southwest corner of the building make it seem inviting and like there's an ample amount of natural light on the inside. The arc used for the roof on the basketball courts creates a dynamic look on the exterior, giving the building some interest. The color scheme used in the exterior materials is intended to match the rest of NDSU's campus, but it will work well with the rest of downtown Fargo as it reflects the landscape of North Dakota.
We're now going to move into our main spaces, being the main lounge, cafe, and library. Starting with the main lounge. The main lounge will be the first experience guests are introduced to. They will walk into a vibrant and open concept with many people enjoying a wide variety of comfortable seating. Ample sunlight fills the room from the massive picture windows at the south end of the room. There is plenty of space for clubs and events to take place, encouraging the guests to be a part of their community.
The colors used in the upholstery and wall coverings are natural, earthy colors using green, tan, blue, and gold. The greenery throughout the large room will help calm the guests as well as create a visual separation among groups and make the pockets of seating have intimacy. This all takes place around the central fireplace that will certainly be a popular spot for guests to gather. This hearth brings people closer and further into the community center, while the cafe and the library spaces will help them stay longer.
As you walk into the main lounge space, you're given the view of our central hearth, key to our cosmogram-inspired design. Around the hearth, visitors will have a wide range of seating options to have new experiences within the same space. As you follow the wayfinding on the ground following our tiled finish, you will be brought to more seating options and guided towards our other rooms, being the cafe and library. As we stated earlier, our fireplace is the central focus of our main lounge space, showing visitors where the hearth of the space is and to help guide guests towards the center of the space to allow for more social opportunities.
We've selected a variety of durable, easy to clean, comfortable, and aesthetically pleasing finishes for furniture, as well as having a variety of furniture selections such as bar stools, lounge chairs, and sofas, so guests have options of where they would like to sit within the space.
Our finishes help each of the spaces feel unique in their own primary ways. However, the finishes also have a share of color from the other locations to help bring all three library, cafe, and lounge together and show they are one cumulative space.
Different heights of furniture create new sight lines of the room and give sight into other areas. We have found in research that just alone being able to see other users of a gathering area causes you to become curious with them or have empathy for them as we share the same space in that point of time. Booth seating gives privacy for small or large groups alike, while some lounge furnitures feel inviting or enticing for people to want to get to know each other.
For a space like the main lounge, circulation is important. We have created a circulation path using our floor finishes and a large hanging light fixture that highlights our path of travel throughout the space. We have also included a more brighter and open rec area as well, where people can enjoy air hockey, billiards, foosball, and pinball with friends or other visitors willing to socialize.
As we move to our cafe concept, the overall radiating solar concept continues from the main lounge space, but as you enter the cafe, it gains its own identity. The circular elements of the lighting and furniture gain structure with hexagonal themes. The large planters are still apparent, but they now provide secluded seating areas surrounded in greenery for guests that need privacy encompassed by nature. Compared to the lounge, the cafe is meant to be a brighter and more lively atmosphere.
While most of the colors remain the same in the cafe, golds and oranges become the primary colors to complement the sunlight from all the outdoor windows surrounding the room. The cafe has a wide variety of seating options for the guests between lounge furniture, bar height seating, booth seating, and table seating to provide comfort to all varieties of guests.
The planters are designed to be dividers within the spaces without needing to install more walls. This gives guests a feeling of privacy without the need of closing off the space with walls.
When you first walk into the cafe from the main lounge, you will notice our custom planter sprouting with plant life that creates a separate seating area in the cafe. You will then be guided towards the employee area where you can order your food and drink, and then brought to the seating area with different seating opportunities, including lounge seating for those who wish to stay for a while and enjoy the space, or adversely, seating that is more suited for those who want a quick bite to eat and then need to be on their way towards something else.
The lighting of the space is mostly from the natural lighting that is shown from the windows. There are two windows shown here in a lounge seating area that are lowered so that visitors can enjoy the view of the river and city outside of the community center. Along with the natural lighting, there is a good amount of quality indirect lighting above that is provided during the evening that give visitors clear sight lines of the space without giving off too much glare.
When you step into the main lounge space, you will see the straight line shapes of the ceiling baffles that provide quality acoustical control towards the main lounge. But as you move into the cafe, the baffles slowly merge to create a hexagonal shape that helps strengthen the foundation of the space. The hexagonal shape of the cafe is also correlating with the radial design of the main lounge, as hexagons also carry a radial pattern towards them, which matches the feeling of the main lounge, creating a unique space that is familiar to visitors who have been enjoying the main lounge. The baffles and lighting of the space are important parts of the design of the cafe. The baffles provide a unique shape to the space. They give good acoustical control for the cafe while incorporating the radial travel of the sun as they're brought together into conglomeration.
The cafe is the most prominent example of our biophilia that is present within the entirety of the Red River Community Center. Biophilia is a person's instinctual draw towards nature and how nature within design helps our well-being. Elements such as plants, natural lighting, outdoor access, and natural colors are proven to calm people's moods and create a more positive environment for people. Our planters not only provide separation of spaces, but provide the natural colors, plant life, and help clean the air, making it healthier for visitors who visit the cafe. Our windows not only provide natural lighting, but offer a wonderful view of the river and city streets outside.
We are now moving from the cafe to our final space, the library. The library is designed to be a calming atmosphere. Walking into the space, there is much more structure and linear design used to usher a sense of foundation and organization for the users. The friendly face at the circulation desk will direct you to books or DVDs you might need or will gladly take any books you have completed and are returning for others to use.
The colors maintain the natural tones carried over from the lounge and the cafe. but they become cooler and introduce blues and grays as the primary colors to calm the user and allow them to become immersed in what they are reading or what they're studying. From a children's area to a teen's computer area, there will be places for everyone to feel comfortable in the library space.
As you walk into the library area, you first notice the teen area and computer desk, where guests can take advantage of the computers provided in the space. As you move further in, you will see two central desk areas with regular and bar height seating to provide a variety of seating much like the other two spaces of the center, so guests have options of where they would like to sit. The children's area is right behind the central desk, where children's books and toys are provided so that a younger audience can enjoy the space with their parents. The circulation desk oversees the entire space, so staff can always have a view of what's going on in the library.
Much like the shift from the main lounge to the cafe, the straightforward baffles from the main lounge change when entering the library. Instead of forming into hexagon, however, they merge into a more geometric rectangular shape that helps strengthen the foundation and organization of this space. This, much like the cafe, provides a uniqueness to the library compared to the lounge and cafe, but gives a sense of familiarity to what users have seen in the other spaces.
The spaces in the library share a similar color of blue, which has been studied to calm people's moods and give them the opportunity to think more thoroughly on decisions. This color is represented minimally in the cafe and main lounge so that the library becomes distinct. The library shares some similar furniture and finishes to the rest of the community center to tie the overall theme.
With the library having a large stock of books, we have kept in mind how the different genres of books would be divided within the space. The space is separated into fiction, nonfiction, children's, teens, DVD, and large print sections that are deliberately placed in the design to help the staff of the library organize and find certain books of specific genres.
Our final image here is meant to show the amount of space those working in the library will have to move around. They'll have the ability to continually answer questions or service anybody that might need help finding specific information or location of books.
There continues to be variation in seating and table options for those that wish to study or read alone, or with a friend if they prefer. Wheelchair access is given to those seating options to be made transparent. Whether you are alone or in a group, you should be able to feel the most welcome in the Community Center Library.
This project's goal was to learn and discover what matters most to community center users. When it comes to socialization with their peers, to gain conclusions about the public's perception towards social sustainability, the most important physical and abstract design amenities to include in a community center, and the best features to promote socialization. We hope to have created a design that welcomes every person regardless of race, gender, beliefs, or physical abilities.
As we wrap up our presentation, thank you for listening. We have been James Hoefler and Parker Johnson, and would love to talk to you more about the Red River Community Center. Please remember the path of the sun and to be inclusive to all.